Moving on. Let me acknowledge I totally whiffed on the team. Happens every now and then. I'm wrong. About once, twice a year. It can happen to the best of us. For example, not knowing where the power button is on a computer. The greatest minds sometimes struggle with that. Let me just say, the Bills
Make you want to shout.
The Bills are no longer the complete joke that I thought they once were.
You owe an apology to everybody in the studio right now.
All of us except Spencer, because Spencer was in Greece.
Greece.
We're waiting.
Cooking up bacon.
Greece is lovely this time of year. I apologize for completely doubting the legitimacy of the Bills' playoff hopes.
Disrespecting.
The only question I gotta ask.
No, I won't go that far. I really won't.
Only question I gotta ask is why was that the game that was the decider for you?
It wasn't that was the game. It was the 3 weeks combined. The impressive wins against Arizona, Patriots, and the Rams.
I'll get you a Super Bowl ticket.
Here's the thing, though.
You get that kind of money?
The Bills rank around 22nd, 24th in offense. In order for them to win, they are relying really heavy on their running game and their defense. The other thing is all Rex Ryan teams are known for being undisciplined and inconsistent. The Bills are they're going through some good games right now. They'll win a couple. But I anticipate toward the end, past Thanksgiving into playoffs, we're still looking at a 9-7, 10-6, 8-8 team.
10-6 would be all right.
Yeah, if you're a Bills fan, you should definitely take that.
I know I would.
I don't think it's Super Bowl or bust.
Not at all. Playoffs are bust.
Maybe. So moving on, let's preview the Bills' upcoming game. Bills versus the Niners.
They have Colin Kaepernick starting. I don't see a way the Bills don't win by at least 3 touchdowns.
Well, what's the difference to you between Colin Kaepernick starting and Blaine Gabbert?
Colin Kaepernick cannot stand for longer than probably 5 minutes before he needs to kneel against the red, white, and blue. So this game's going to get a little out of hand. The only chance they stand is Carlos Hyde, but I think the defense of the Bills will shut him down.
Gonna have to go with the Bills here, Gabe. I mean, we're talking about the Bills. They'll win no matter who's on the other side.
The legit Super Bowl contender of the season, the Bills.
You heard it here first.
Oh, my God. No, here's the thing, though. You can't get much worse than Blaine Gabbert at quarterback. If anything, Colin Kaepernick might be an improvement slightly. The Bills will win this game. So, Travis.
So, Gabriel.
Tonight, Denver, San Diego. Does San Diego score a point?
Field goal.
You heard it here first.
24-3, Denver.
Chargers taking this one. You heard it here first.
Spencer, did the Greek sun get to you?
Yes, I'm very tan.
Debatable, but you really think the Chargers are going to beat the Broncos?
Yep.
Why?
It's just a feeling, man. I feel Phillip Rivers is going to go off.
Yeah, that feeling is called the flu. Get out of here.
I think Simeon is due for a couple picks.
Maloney, how about some rational analysis?
Rational analysis. I say Denver takes this game. Denver's defense is way better than San Diego's.
Take the high road.
I like the offensive matchup, but I think Denver's defense is going to be too much to handle in this game.
Pelly?
Phil Rivers is going to have to throw the ball a lot, and he's eventually going to turn it over. It's just going to be too easy for Denver.
Can I just say, I feel bad for Phillip Rivers. This guy plays his heart out every week.
You feel bad for Phillip Rivers? Do you know how much money that guy makes? In
plays
San Diego, he's having a great time.
His heart out every
I don't feel
week.
bad for anyone making multi-millions in San Diego.
And his team blows it.
I make minimum wage in
Every
Buffalo.
week. They blow it. It's... I feel for
They
the
had to
guy.
switch the holders this week because they lost last week.
I mean, what a disgrace.
Let's move on. Pittsburgh, Miami. Ben Roethlisberger and the offense is on fire. Does anyone really think Miami has a chance in this game?
Not at all.
Maybe if Ben Roethlisberger breaks his arm.
That's your only chance.
Still not at all, Gabe.
If Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, and Ben Roethlisberger all tear their ACL on the first play,
Sammy Coates wins.
Which
the game.
is
Pittsburgh still wins.
which is
fair enough.
moving on. Cincinnati versus the Patriots. Who do we like?
I like Tom Brady. Cincinnati's struggling right now, and Tom Brady's like a shark smelling blood.
Tom Brady is on a mission. The Patriots win it.
I'd have to agree with you, Gabe. LeGarrette Blount's really improved this year. I don't know how much he's going to keep getting the look like he was without Brady in the lineup. I'd like to see them keep running the ball as much as they are, but I don't think Cincinnati has a chance to stop Tom Brady.
The only way Cincinnati has a chance on winning this game is if they stop Bennett. And if they stop Bennett, Gronk's right next to him, so going Patriots.
In other words, no chance.
No chance.
0.
Philly versus the Redskins. Who do we like?
Even though the Eagles just dropped one last week to the Lions, I still like Carson Wentz. I'm going to have to go with the Eagles.
I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins here.
You like that?
I do like that. I think Carson Wentz lost last week. He's starting to feel what it's like. I think Washington's going to be able to take care of him.
I don't like that. Philadelphia takes it.
What is there not to like, Travis?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, he's decent, but he's been getting the job done against Philly, relatively untested. I like the Redskins in this game. Indianapolis versus Houston, the Sunday night game.
I like the Colts to win their second straight game. Andrew Luck, even though he's struggling as the most sacked quarterback in the league, I don't think Houston can play.
God, I couldn't agree more with what Anth has to say.
Is DeAndre Hopkins going to play this week? Like,
Will he
actually?
be a no-show yet again?
Right. I mean, this guy, how many receptions did he have last week? 3?
-3.
Yeah, I mean, he's been useless. If
I'd
he
have to disagree. I think DeAndre did pretty well last week.
All
I
right,
don't
listen.
think he did.
If he shows up,
man.
Houston has a shot. If he doesn't, Indy's taking it.
I don't
Pretty good
trust
last
Brock Osweiler. I don't trust either team's
Left him on the bench for
defense.
16 points.
The only hope is Andrew Luck. Talk about someone who you should feel sorry for. 0 supporting cast, relatively speaking. He's the duct tape around this franchise. I'm going to favor Andrew Luck. Atlanta, Seattle. Who do we like?
I like Matt Ryan, the Atlanta Falcons. They're rolling right now. I don't think anybody can stop them.
To your credit, Ant, you've been on the Atlanta bandwagon
I have
for a
been.
bit.
I have
You
been.
called it before it happened.
Exactly.
Credit to you. Maloney?
I'd have to agree with Anthony. I like Atlanta. I don't think anybody can stop Freeman and Coleman, so I'm going to have to go against them, even against Seattle's good defense. I take Atlanta.
Going Seattle. Russell Wilson's going to have a day.
I go with what's been working, and I'm going to stick with that. Atlanta wins it. Moving on, what do we have to look forward to this week? Surprise of the week.
Jets, Jets.
You really think they beat the Cardinals?
On Monday night, yes, I do.
Is Fitz not playing, though? That's the only chance they have.
Fitz is playing, and he's about to throw 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 310 yards, rush for 15 yards, and it's going to be a 28-20 game. 28-20 Jets.
Please go back to Greece. Eric Decker's not even playing. They have no chance.
You don't need Decker. We got this little guy, not little, but young guy, Robbie Anderson out on the outside now.
Quincy and Nunwa.
Quincy Nunez's a little shaken up, but he's a beast from Nebraska.
Yeah, he is.
Go Huskers.
Go Big Red.
David Johnson might have 3 touchdowns.
David
and
Johnson
over
might have 3
150 yards.
touchdowns, but he probably rushes for 25 yards on our defense.
I'm lost.
Here's the only way the Jets win. If Fitzpatrick completes more passes to his team than the opposing team.
I would have to agree with you on that one, Gabe. I think that's a big key to the game.
Well, it hasn't been so far. Moving on, Maloney, what's your surprise of the week?
Not really surprised, just a game I'm looking forward to. I really want to see Atlanta, Seattle. I really want to see their running backs go up against their defense. I want to see if they can be stopped. I
Yeah,
want
it
to
should
see
be a
them
good game.
tested.
I'm looking forward to this
So
game,
am I.
too. Travis?
I'm looking forward to Dallas, Green Bay. Green Bay back at Lambeau. Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good. Is Dak for real? I guess we'll see.
This is a true test for Dak.
It is.
He can't just do the short passes anymore. They're going to have to open up the offense a bit more.
100%.
I'm looking forward to the Panthers and Saints game. I know both the teams are doing terrible this year, but I'd like to see if the Panthers lose this week, I think the season's over for them, Gabe.
I'm looking forward to Tennessee upsetting Alabama.
The Titans?
No, not the Titans, the Volunteers.
Alabama might win by 3 touchdowns.
DeMarco Murray.
Who's our player to look for?
Gonna have to go with Terrell Pryor this week. The ultimate flex in any fantasy league. This guy's taking snaps at QB, sometimes get the ball as like a halfback, and also a threat out wide. Terrell Pryor is gonna have a day against Tennessee.
It's not the player to watch, just the matchup to watch of Julio Jones and Richard Sherman this week. It's going to be interesting to watch.
That'll be a good one.
My player to watch, I got to go with Carlos Hyde against the Bills. Kaepernick starting. If he doesn't do good, there's going to be a lot of run, a lot of screen passes. He's got to show up this week if the 49ers want to be able to compete.
Without previously consulting Travis, I have to agree with him. Terrell Pryor wasn't as big as he has been in recent weeks. I'm looking forward to his bounce back game. I think the Browns pull out a win against Tennessee. That better be true.
Wow. Can I just say, my second player to watch maybe? Kelvin Benjamin's gonna have a day. Carolina wins.
With Anderson at Q,
Cam's gonna be back.
for your sake, I hope so. Well, that does it for this week. This has been the podcast.
Running wild.
Tune in next Wednesday for the next episode. Thanks for listening.